Here with women's basketball head coach John Haskins previewing Wednesday evening's matchup in Christian Berry Fieldhouse, Augusta, Georgia, against Georgia Regents University at Augusta. Coach, this second time you've seen this team this year. You held them to 33 points in the first meeting in early January in the Jones Center, including 18% in the first half. What do you expect from them tomorrow night?
I expect them to be a lot better offensively. They struggled the first half, and that was probably as good of half of defense as we've had all year. So, they're playing a little bit better. They've lost some very close games. Overtime at Francis Marion, they've lost a couple of 2-point games. Had a nice road win at Flagler on Saturday. So, they've got a solid team. Nate does a good job coaching. I think they've got a lot of new kids that they're trying to blend together still. But it'll be a challenge. We'll have to play well.
Let's talk about much better teams. You're obviously a much better team than you were probably in early January. Team's got a lot of confidence right now, even when they get down in the second half, as evidenced by Saturday's game at Georgia Southwestern. You find a way to claw back into the game. Talk about your team right now, the confidence they're playing with, and what you expect from them tomorrow night.
Well, I'd like to continue shooting the ball like we did against Georgia Southwestern. Camille Horn and Ave Hardy shot the ball really well from the perimeter. We missed a lot of chippies around the basket, but still we were able to score 64 points. I didn't think our defense was quite as sharp, and they made some shots, but I didn't think our defense was quite as sharp. So I do think we're improving in a lot of different ways. We need to continue the defensive intensity to keep people off the free throw line. We let Georgia Southwestern shoot 23 free throws Saturday, which kind of hurt us. I think they shot 10 more than we did, and that was a difference in the game at the free throw line. So continue to play good defense without fouling and be consistent scoring.
What's the one thing, if you had to narrow down to one thing, what's the one thing that your team has improved at immensely from the first game of the season to now?
I just think getting a feel for each other and a little bit of confidence. And confidence goes a long way. Seeing the ball go in the basket a little bit, but I think a little bit of success has gotten us more confidence, and then I think kind of understanding what we did. We kind of changed what we did offensively about 3 or 4 games into the season to try to get us attacking a little bit more, and so I think we're a little more comfortable with that. And at times we made some shots. So I think that's probably been the biggest change.
We're here with men's basketball head coach Ben Miller previewing Wednesday evening's matchup in Christian Berry Fieldhouse in Augusta, Georgia, against Georgia Regents Augusta. Coach, let's talk about this Georgia Regents team. Very good shooting team. They gave you all you could handle here, but what do you expect from them down there?
They're playing really well. They've been a great program for years and years. Coach Metris does a great job, and they've got a veteran team, a lot of seniors. Very good shooting team, but they've also got really good production from their big guys as well.
Let's talk about the last meeting here earlier in January. You matched the best record in school history, started off 12-1, didn't pull away from GRU Augusta until the end, got 18 points in the second half from Comaine Rose. Are you needing more of the same good shooting down there when you go down there tomorrow night?
It always helps when the ball goes in the basket, but hopefully our defense will be good enough. It may be a low-scoring game, maybe a little bit higher scoring, but I think our guys have shown the ability to play in any type of game. Defense is going to have to be really good because they've got really good balance inside and out. And they do a lot of different things with their defense as well too, with their man, doubling the post some. They mix in some zones, so we got to be ready for different looks defensively.
Well, let's talk about your team right now. You seemed to break out of a funk offensively in the last game, but you were down 13 in the first half at Georgia Southwestern. This team seems more like a second half team as opposed to late. Talk about what kind of adjustments you made against Georgia Southwestern. You got off to a 19-2 run early in the second half, and that proved to be the difference in the game. But what kind of adjustments did you make down there?
Most of what we talked about was defense because we let some of their better shooters get free in the first half, and that really hurt us Clayton State game. That's something we got to keep working on. And we got a big challenge Wednesday because Augusta shoots it very well. They take very good care of the basketball too. They're probably first in the league in fewest turnovers. So they're a very disciplined, well-coached team, and they execute very well. So we got to be solid defensively across the board, and then offensively we got to execute better than we did the first half. Really, the last 2 games. We can't count on great second halves. I'd like to put two halves together.
Well, your team's 17-2 right now, leading the PBC East. You're a basketball coach, so every game's the next game's always the most important game. But these games now seem to take on a little bit more importance for you to maintain that lead in the East.
They're all big and always very competitive in the Peach Belt. Every team presents different challenges. Every team's very well coached. And Augusta has been one of the best programs in the region for years and years. So difficult place to go play, but it's a Peach Belt game. They're all going to be challenging. So our guys are excited about the challenge. We just got to keep getting better. Win, lose, whatever. It's about the next day's preparation and practice or scouting report, whatever we're doing. And I think it's consistency of effort throughout the season to practice and preparation. Taking care of yourself, getting your rest is going to be key for every team throughout this season, including the Braves.